Here are my start-sit wide receivers for Week 1. As always, remember, we're making tough decisions at our wide receiver 2 and flex spots, so you might not have somebody that's on this list. If you got Malik Neighbors, start him. He's going against a Vikings defense that gave up 17 touchdowns and the 4th most fantasy points to wide receivers last year. Add that to the fact that he had a really good preseason and Danny Dimes showed that he can get him the ball consistently. We might want to sit George Pickens this week. I have him in half my leagues and I love him. But he's going against an Atlanta defense that gave up the 3rd fewest fantasy points at home last season. Point blank, this Atlanta defense is stifling, and it's just not a really good matchup for Pickens and the Steelers in Week 1. If you got Chris Godwin, you want to start him. He's going against a Commanders defense that gave up 29 passing touchdowns and the 2nd fewest fantasy football points to wide receivers last year. You might want to consider sitting Deontay Johnson. He's playing against the Saints defense that gave up the 5th most fantasy points at home last season. To make matters worse, this was a bottom 5 offense from last year. So going into a dome in a hectic environment, trying to find your way early on in the season,